Alright, I'ma just say this. I'm going to fight the urge to air guitar, speak in a gravelly voice, or say yeah like James Hetfield, but it might come out, so you've been warned. Book of Skulls Slayers of Aragoth is a fantasy metal dungeon crawling board game where players take on the role of both slayers and demons. The goal is to slay the skeleton witch first, and while one player or team plays as the slayers, advancing through the different possible maps of Aragoth to reach the Lord of Darkness, the other team or player will take on the role of its minions and storyteller as the game master. Now, if that doesn't sound metal enough for you, add the soundtrack performed by Bards of Fire for more immersion. Yeah! James Hetfield is not included. The game here is set. Now keep in mind this is an overview and we'll touch on the general mechanics, but not delve too much into the specifics here. As you can see, the rulebook is pretty hefty. So at its core, the game is really a race to annihilate the skeleton witch. The first player or team of slayers to do so wins. But the journey and not the destination is where this game really shines. There are 16 different slayers and multiple maps you can choose from, which will add massive replay value. Now along the way you'll traverse the terrains of Aragoth and come across landmarks such as dungeons, stronghold, colonies, or tombs, each with their own scenarios, bosses, or merchants, as shown here in the walkthrough booklet. But before they fight the skeleton witch, they'll need to gather boss souls to face the Lord of Darkness. Now each 2 turns, the first team will play as the slayers and the second as the demons. Demon players are effectively the game master, guiding the slayers through landmarks should they reach them. This walkthrough booklet will give all the players a fantastical account of their findings. The slayers will traverse these landmarks both with dice thrown and choices they make. Here's an example. The slayers can find items, traps, encounters, puzzles, lore, and much more. How does encounters work, you ask? Alright, let's get straight to this guitar solo, shall we? Slayers have access to different moves, or arts as they're called, which include battle, power, elements, and they also have access to conjurations and guardians, and of course, there's nothing metal without some rage. On top of that, each slayer has a unique automatic ability. Now let's touch on these. Battle arts will increase the rage bar when successful. When this is filled, it reduces the slayer's art criteria by 2. Element art uses one of these 7 elements, and when using these, you'll roll the elemental die and do that much damage, or take that much if it's in red as shown here. Guardians will take place of a slayer. These come when the spirit box is filled, which is done by collecting emblems through combat in events. Guardians will have been selected from a random pool of 4 at the beginning of the game and placed behind the slayer board. Much like slayers, they'll have their own stats and arts. Guardians will last this current encounter and the next one before becoming unfeathered, unless they have the everlasting spirit trait. On top of this, there's even a breakdown bar. This is filled through certain conditions done by either slayer or demon or even bosses. Filling this triggers a group attack by the slayers or extra damage by a demon boss. Speaking of demons, demon players can use demon coins to summon demons when encounters are pulled. These are extremely valuable resources that the players must decide when to use. Players get demon coins by defeating demons as slayers or opening chests. Collect boss souls and be the first to reach the ruin of the fading light and defeat the skeleton witch in its lair to win. Book of Skulls Slayers of Aragoth gives me that nostalgic vibe of dungeon crawling with friends while listening to metal, rolling dice, all within an artwork very reminiscent of Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 and Heavy Metal the magazine, all rolled into one. I love the aspect of controlling the demons on your off turns, I say in quotations. So when you're not racing to win, you're playing to stall. It's a nice dichotomy ensuring no downtime. There's also a sense of risk-reward element here in the sense that you take more time or stray from your path to explore the map and finding better loot versus losing time to the competing team. The creators have also implemented an app for easy tracking of multiple session play, seeing as the game is in fact a campaign. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this one. It's been a while since I played a dungeon crawler with some heft, and I'm pretty excited to see what adventure waits for me in this one. Yeah!